We've got 45 designs in total and 10 categories, and we decided that we'd like to try and streamline things as much as possible because initially we had so many designs that we had to reduce. I think it was time for a change. I think the current designs have been around for about 6 years, and there were more and more requests for customised designs, and the department started to grow, and there was a real appetite for creativity within M&T, so it seemed like the right time.
It was an opportunity to not only refresh the designs that we're offering our clients, but to refresh the team's day-to-day activities, because doing the same thing for any period of time is not a great thing for anybody.
For a lot of people, a funeral is a very spiritual time, a time when they think about life and death and what comes after death. And so it was important to us that we developed a range that catered for this demographic.
The 3 designs that I worked on were all quite Australian in theme. One of them is called Red Earth, and it's all the rusty, very Australian colours that you'd probably get more in Central Australia. It's purely colour-based and textural.
I was in charge of looking after the children's and infants range. So I asked some children to come up with imagery that related to spiritualism. We had a lot of interesting design ideas, and we had to cull them down to what we felt was the most relevant and relatable imagery.
I developed 3 basic streams. One more specifically for our Catholic community, and that's the design Rosary and the design Communion. My favourite one is the one Risen. As a Christian, I tried to think about what sort of design might I or people from my church or community want, and so I found this great image which was taken from a Middle Eastern tomb, very much like the tomb of Jesus.
I came into the design process a bit later on, and Simon had done a design that had a butterfly sort of emerging from a cocoon, and it was a photographic type look. We sort of decided that perhaps if we took that and made it a bit more illustrative, it could be a bit more interesting and a bit softer, and it maybe appeal to a different sort of market.
As the finished artist, my role was to make sure that all the designs would work on all our product range, which include order of service, thank you cards, remembrance cards, liturgy booklets, postcards, memento cards, and on screen for our slideshow.
We've been designing these products for many years now, so I've drawn a lot of experience and inspiration from working with families, and I've made a lot of decisions based on the feedback I've got from them. And one key thing I've noticed from talking to a lot of families is that they like a lot of empty space to work with and add their little input to it.
So we came up with a really tactile looking design that was illustrative and soft and just a bit different to just a sort of plain old photographic option.
One of the challenges, and something I always had to keep in the back of my mind, was these designs need to be flexible so I could translate them through all of the Memories and Tributes products.
I guess my main inspiration for going with the very Australian themes was because a friend of mine procured a property in an old gold mining town, and there were just so many objects around her property that were very Australian.
I'm responsible for the contemporary range. It's a fairly simple design, inspired by going to the movies actually. I really like wide movie formats. So it's basically a band of image.
My Parchment design was influenced by working with a lot of old vintage photos that families have supplied to me, and they have a lot of beautiful textures in them.
The Life Garden range is designed to be both symbolic and aesthetic. Flowers are universally regarded as a visual expression of love, sentiment and respect, and have always been popular among client families. Each layout is simple yet visually striking. The compositions have been arranged to showcase the intricacies of each flower and its respective meaning to families.
With some of our designs, we actually tried to inspire the families to bring photographs that reflect the personality of their loved one.
I also worked on one called Eucalyptus, which is very illustrative. The third one that I worked on was called Sweet Reminders, and it's based in a kitchen with an old cake tin, and it's got a bit of an old world charm to it.
One of the really personally gratifying things about this project was being involved in the design process, not just as a manager of the department, but as one of the creative team, I suppose. I don't work on the floor with the creative team on a day-to-day basis, so it was good to have some connection with the team.
The memorial range was developed as a printed stationery accompaniment to our current suite of 9 memorial books. It seemed like a natural progression to offer client families the choice to carry their chosen theme throughout the service.
Everyone brought something amazing to the table. I remember the day that we had our sort of final show and tell, which was the deadline that we'd given everybody, and it was just great. And since then we've refined the range a bit, and we've taken it on a couple of road shows and with various staff, and on the whole it's been fantastically received.
It's been a really great collaborative project, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Collaboration, I think, is what made this project really worthwhile, and it's touched, or many people have touched it so far. So thanks to all the team at M&T for their input, because you guys do this and what you do every day. At the same time, so there's a fair workload at some time. And also thanks to all of the people that came in for our road shows and put in their opinions and helped shape what we're delivering today.
Well, it's great to be with you tonight and join the whole team of Memories and Tributes for the launch of these wonderful new print products for Memories and Tributes. A lot of time, a lot of energy has gone into getting to this night, and I really would like to salute the whole team at Memories and Tributes. They've done a wonderful job in getting us here tonight and to launching these new products to each and every one of us. They've put 12 months of work into this project, and I think it's wonderful that so many have gathered here tonight so we can celebrate these wonderful achievements. Enjoy the night.